So today is going to be a little bit of a different intro. We're going to be playing Sky, Children of the Light again, as we have been most of this year. But if you watch the little weird in-between thing, which I've never made a video kind of like that before, where it's just kind of me talking about stuff and not actually doing a whole lot. It was very podcasty, very different than normal. But, yeah, so last part, like a week or so ago, was a little different and weird. I had to make a new thumbnail for it even. But, yeah, so today's going to be a little different at the beginning, at least. And we are going to be playing through the game and such. But, as I talked about last time was just all yapping. It was entirely yapping. Nothing was done with the game at all. Today we're going to be doing stuff with the game. But we're going to be doing something that I have been hinting about the entire playthrough, in that in the last part I talked about it, but I did get the Art of Sky book, which is very expensive. And I have it in my hands here as I slap it. And I also have crazy enough, I have the new art book for Sky that was just announced the day after I ordered this one. Like, what are the odds of that? I got this one the next morning. I wake up and I look at I get a newsfeed on Instagram that they had put out another book. And I'm like, what do you mean there's another book? I just bought the book. So that one will apparently be coming in like late August or September, whenever it does. I don't care. I'm not like I need it. I don't. It'll come when it comes. But we have the first book here right in front of me, and I'm gonna open it. And I'm doing this on part because I wanted to see how this all worked and just kind of record myself talking about it live. Obviously, I don't have a camera in front of me or anything. But as I use my knife to unwrap, that's the thing. I've had this book for a few weeks now, alongside like Assassin's Creed Valhalla's art book and a few other art books and such. I talk all about that in the previous video. I'm not going to talk about that much here. But I haven't looked at this yet, and I'm opening it now, and I'm very curious to try out the star functionality, because if you've paid attention with this playthrough, I play it on PlayStation 5, and the PlayStation controller / like network system service doesn't have NFC reading capabilities with the star system or anything. So if you've heard kind of passively in the background, I have Sky open on my phone, and it's the only reason I downloaded this all the way back in like January, I think, or something, was for this moment today. To try out the star system. And I talked at length about how the star system works in the last video. Even down to like the patents and the legalities with it. It is its own entire thing that game company / That Memory LLC owns. And it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. So I recommend that if you want some context on that. But my curiosity is, and why I'm recording this is, so I have the book now in front of me. It's actually soft. It has like a kind of fabric-y, when like you buy remember in like the 2000s, this is showing my age, but in the 2000s when you bought like a USB stick or some sort of plasticky electronic device, it weirdly kind of feels like that, but it's like, it has like a soft rubberized touch to it. I hope it's not rubber, because in like 15 years this will disintegrate and be gross. I don't think it is. I hope it's not. My question is like, I just hope it isn't. I don't know. It has that feeling though. It has that kind of soft touch but grippy feel to it. It's really nice. Okay, I see the star. This is also why I don't have a camera on, so like, and also why I'm not like directly live, because these, from the patents and how the system works, it is tied to an account, these star scanning NFC things. So I play this on PlayStation, so word sandwich alone, I'm going to scan this on my phone with my account. It's logged into PlayStation right now. And then I'm going to jump over and open up Sky on PS5 here and see if the star functionality with this is still going on the PlayStation version. Each one of these, like the pins, the toys, whatever you want, whatever you have that has a star functionality to it, They all have different refresh rates and run times for them working in your game in an instance. It's a little weird. I had to look that up too. That I did not cover last time. And the book specifically, once you scan it, it works for 20 minutes, and then it has a refresh rate of 5 minutes. So I'm going to scan this with the phone. Use the star. Ready to scan. Hold your star product next to the scanner. I was going to say, does it like me holding it just directly on top of it? Oh, okay. It was a little off of where the star actually is. Would you like to permanently bind this star product to your Sky account? This product can't be transferred to another account. Yes. Yeah, it's actually a little off-center from where the star symbol is in the book. Bind complete. Please scan the star product again to use. This is why I'm recording this all. Is like, this is, for me, have like almost 200 hours in this game, and I've researched everything down to the patents and how this all works, and this is the first time I'm using this. Okay, so it wants me to go back to the star scan again and scan it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't... Okay, we got it, yeah. This star spell is still under development. Its effect and restriction may change in future iterations. There are no points of interest for the book in this area. Try another realm. So it gave me a book. I'm going to load up the PlayStation version now. I'll get back to looking at the actual contents of the book itself at a different time. We are loading Sky on the PlayStation now. And hopefully no weird audio issues happen with the game, because sometimes PlayStation, both PS4 and PS5, they get kind of jittery with the PlayStation audio when you jump between the main menu and a game. So I'm watching the meters right now. And I also hope that my voice isn't too staticky or anything right now. I noticed in that part last time, we do have the book! We have the book! I'm gonna turn myself down because that might have gotten changed. I'm gonna say that again. We got the book! Okay, I'm gonna lower myself a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna go with this volume right now. If you didn't watch the last part again, the past few months have been crazy. A lot of work, a lot of gigs, a lot of shows. I have a new office. This office is much bigger than my previous one. I have a desk now that's like 3 times the size, so I had to like reset up my computer and everything. And everything's good with that. So I just hope that the audio last time was a little staticky in some parts, and I think that's just because my mixer was a bit close to a few other devices. It has done that before in the past, but I just hope it's not too staticky right now. And I hope it's at a good volume. I'm going to raise it just a little bit. This is part of my actual job anyway, so it's just like I'm a little perfectionist with how the audio sounds. We're going to go with this. Woo! Woo! Yeah, the meter looks good. Okay. I can't tell if there's any distortion going on, so if there's weird static stuff, I'm sorry. Anyway, we have the book. We have it in PS5, so we can't scan this in any... Like, wait, what the... Oh, that scared me for a second. I was like, what? I also haven't been... As I talked last time again, please watch last video, even though it's just me talking. I'm not too caught up with what's been going on in Sky. The past couple months, a lot has changed, like a lot, compared to during the whole time I played the playthrough so far. I am not going to talk much at all about my thoughts about all of this changing here today, because I already discussed that last time. But there's new stuff again now. Like, what are all these banners and... Did they do anything over here again? No. The therapy room looks fine. Okay, so we have the book. This is going to last 20 minutes. So, apparently... So, is it the same as... Prop is not equipped. How do I use this? Oh, it's just like an emote, sorta. Okay. I also have to get my muscle memory back for this game, even though it's not the most complex game. We're just gonna go to the valley? The prairie, I guess, not the valley? It's really weird because that's the weird part about coming back to this game after a few months where they've changed a ton of it. Is that so much of it is still the same that, like, it's kind of like a weird dissonance because you're still... You feel like you haven't left it. Even though you know it's been a while. Place your book near the designated location. What does that mean? Place your book near the designated location. Oh, that's funny. Because I loaded in on... I looked at my phone. Because I loaded it on PlayStation, it has, like, kicked me out of the phone version. The designated location. What do you mean? Place your book near the designated location. I don't understand what you mean by that. Like the physical book? That doesn't make any sense. I'm in front of a TV. Okay, we can see there's actually a... There is a cooldown in the corner there. What do you mean the designated location? That's probably gonna ruin whatever this first bit of us trying to use this is. I'm gonna assume that. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Is... Place your book near the designated location. Is this the designated location? Oh, it is! Okay. Setting this realm in the brightest part of the day presented a harmonious and symbiotic relationship between humanity and something. I couldn't read it. Behold, a rare behind-the-scenes look of this area, revealing its hidden artistry. Yo, the wireframe! We got this on camera! That's the thing. I'm aware that this book is developer insights. This is the stuff that I find really fascinating. So we have the raw polygons without texture on him. We have... Is this like a light... I think the previous one was like a light map. I think this is just raw geometry. Symbiotic relationship between humanity and nature. Page... Oh, oh, you can read along with it. Let me look. Open up the book. 105. Oh, there's something else in here that I will review in a moment. That's actually inside the book. Page 105, 103. Page 105. I can't show this for, you know, how legality stuff is regarding books on YouTube and things like that, or streaming. But, I can discuss a little bit about this itself. Setting this realm in the brightest part of the day... Okay, so that's actually literally a quote from the book. The blue skies and rolling hills also became iconic in our marketing for Sky. It was intentionally designed to be playable shortly after the tutorials, so you experience it early when you start the game. This reciprocity was portrayed in the environment and ruins from the bird's nest in the manta bells to the directional wind posts that help creatures back onto the path. Small details were dotted throughout to show creatures and civilians helping each other. Okay. I honestly think that's really neat. It's like that's so good. To have this interactable developer insight in the game itself, I find really fascinating, and I think it's well implemented here. It's really confusing. It's really confusing to get to this point, but once you've gotten to this point, it all makes sense. That is how a lot of Sky tends to work from an outsider's perspective, is that it's like really insular. There's a lot of weird conflicting information that isn't very clear. And once you actually just tumble through it and try it, it actually does just kind of work. It's just the explaining how a lot of this stuff works is really messy. But this is cool. Okay, so take the book back. I love how you just carry the book on your back. It looks so cool. I don't know if there's any other little spots here. I kind of doubt it. I'm really curious. When we opened it up back in Avery, it said that there was no location here to use this. I'm really curious if there used to be, which is kind of a shame by the time I had gotten it. I'm really curious if there used to be one for Avery Village. That's the thing. I still haven't looked through the art book itself yet, so I don't know if they even really show much of Avery in it. I'm kind of expecting, because they're going by years, so this first book with this interactive book is much more about, like, the beginning of this game's development through to launch. So an area like this that has essentially existed mostly the same, at least like the prairie itself proper, I've looked at screenshots from players and like forum posts and such from literally 6-7 years ago when this game had just released, and most of it looks identical, which is really wild to me, because this still feels like a game that came out like this year. Which is also funny because a lot of those posts back then were from people who had played it for like 3 months and said that, oh, this game's old already. Or talking about, like, I think I talked about that in a previous Sky part where, like, some of them were talking about some, like, things that are now removed, like the fairy circle and such in the next area, and how it was something that was going on during, like, development and some of the testing phases, and they removed it, and how it's, like, this is still, like, late 2019, early 2020, and people were talking about how, like, it's old features and stuff, and that was, like, 6-7 years ago. Granted, I had to really look up a lot of this stuff that I know about this game because it is an MMO that is old. It's like going back and playing World of Warcraft and trying to find out weird, like, niche secrets and fun things from development or some test period or something from literally, like, 10-15 years ago in that game's development. It's just like, people who know, and people who don't are none the wiser. That is very much a thing with this game, as I have stated plenty. So I'm really curious if this works in Prairie Peaks, actually. I want to say it does. I'm pretty sure that they've put... Well, I can't say it pretty much does, but I'm going to assume it might. This ability is unavailable right now. Is there a spot over here for this? I'm not sure if there is my thing. Because I'm not really getting any feedback. I think this book is also going to have to be, like, we try it once per part kind of a situation, because if I try to load up Sky again on my phone, it kicked me out of it on my phone because my account was accessed on here after the fact. It's fantastic that I'm able to do this. It's fantastic that I'm able to use this content on PS5. It's just kind of jank to do so. So I can't really log back into my phone version unless I log out of it on PS5 again. Okay, so we can... Okay, so when you enter an area, if you can use it in the area, it will tell you automatically. Okay, I was curious about that, so I'm going to assume there's nothing in that other area for us with the book. I want to try at least some stuff. So I guess today we're going to try and cover some of Prairie Peaks with this. Just have to find it. But yeah, I think the book is going to be like a one-time per part situation of going through the maps and seeing what we can get to. Which also means that the further areas in this game for its maps, like towards the end of this area, well, this area wouldn't be too hard to get to because it's right up over there. But like I'm thinking like the vault, the valley, some of those larger areas, they might be kind of difficult to get to with the book if they have like viewable sections. I'm gonna guess this one's actually up there at the temple itself. I don't think we can access that until we actually do these, which is not a problem now. Because we're on a timer as well, and I can't just see the timer. I can only see the timer when I put the book down. Also, yeah, sorry if I'm a little scatterbrained right now. This is... I get like this... if you've watched my stuff, you know that I get kind of scatterbrained when like new stuff is thrown at me, or I get excited. I am very much a little bit of a golden retriever. New thing, cool. Awesome. Language broken. So, where can I use this? I was kind of thinking maybe we could up here. It wouldn't be up there, would it? Get some flight back. No, that was a Child of Light. Okay. Like the remains of a Child of Light. That was a kind of morbid way I described that, but that's how it be. Yeah, I'm not crazy. Oh my god, crazy. You are crazy, man. That's the funniest thing. The stuff with Shu just didn't... They turned out to be kind of a rude person, as I put it last time I talked about any of like the other social aspects. And Crazy has been consistently just a homie. I don't know anything about them, but they still light my star and such. They have consistently just been cool. Which is crazy. Right, so I don't think it has anything to do with these stones. I still don't know what those stones entirely do. Stop, let me go, Manta Ray, please. I love you, and I would want your plushie if it weren't $70, but I don't need you taking me up to the temple right now. Yeah, like, we're running out of time for the book, so I really want to get this... I really want to find this. I just don't know where it is. Could it be at the beginning? Like, the weird starting area over here. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense because you start by flying out of it. We just had to kind of look for sparkles. I really hope we can get it. I mean, the only place I haven't checked left is this one over here. Because the sparkles over there are for a Child of Light that we've already been to. It wouldn't be in here. Wait. No, that's, it's not this, is it? No. Oh, we're gonna run out of the book. Yeah, I don't know where this is. And it's gone. Okay. Well, in a little bit, I'm gonna try to use the book again. So it has a timer of about 5 minutes for a refresh. That's a shame. That's kind of annoying to me because we're in an area it says that we can, but I haven't seen any evidence of us being able to. I'm gonna actually take a look at that really quick as I walk over to my desk. So I'm now... The Art of Sky. I'm on the Sky Wiki. I just want to see if, like, there's a log. Right. Place the book on the ground to view contents of the sky world never before seen in a never before seen perspective. Is there any, like, maps of where these are? No. Okay. Man, they have a big gallery post of just some screenshots of what's in this book, and it looks so good. Right, so... yeah, there's no, like, map. There's no, like, screenshots or map of, like, where these points of interest are, quote-unquote. So it kind of is just, once again, it's a if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't kind of thing. You gotta find it yourself, which is fine, but that's not something I would particularly care to try and figure out on part to speed things up. We know what it does, though. We saw one of it. I'm gonna try a little bit later to see if it will allow me to get into my phone account to try again. Because, yeah, it does go away from the menu, too. But it is attached to the account, so that's fine. And I know the refresh rate on it, which is fine. Yeah, I entirely missed whatever the last season one was for this game. I know it was on a boat, like a flying ship, and it was kind of carnival themed. It didn't really look that interesting to me anyway. I know there's some sort of Van Gogh thing going on right now, or should be. I want to take a look at that if we can today. And once again, I really hope that the audio just is fine and not staticky. It was more staticky than I wished it to be on the last video. So while I recommend watching that for some context for today, my ears are kind of annoyed by it as someone who works in audio. Like, it's fine, it's just like every few minutes there's some little bit of unintentional static because of some resonance from some of these other devices in my room. At the time when I was recording that, it was in like a weird semi-built manner in this room, so like there were a lot of things just kind of next to each other that shouldn't have been. And I've reseated everything with like the mic inputs and cables and everything to try and mitigate that again, but I haven't done like a test after that fact to see if... It's been forever since I've gone up the normal way to go to the forest. I haven't done that, I think, since like maybe January. Oh my god, I just did that instinctually, just like, let's just get out of here. But yeah, I will be checking that after the fact. If this is the same, then I am sorry, and I'm going to try and fix it again for next time. The next thing that I will be recording is probably going to be Assassin's Creed Black Flag. The resynced one, the new one for the PS5. My copy shipped earlier this morning, and it should be here tomorrow. Should be. So soon there will be a Assassin's Creed Black Flag resynced playthrough beginning. I've seen some screenshots and a little bit of footage of it. I haven't seen anybody on Twitch play it yet or anything like that. Looks good from what I've briefly seen. It just looks like a higher fidelity, cleaner version of 4, which is exactly what I kind of want. It's what I'm expecting. I think I saw maybe like one person online complain that it doesn't look that different than Assassin's Creed 4 original, and from what I've seen of the screenshots, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to mind palace their memory of what Assassin's Creed 4 looked like to them in like 2013-14 when it came out, and they haven't played it since. I literally have Assassin's Creed 4 on multiple platforms, and it's one of my favorite games. It is a great game. It looks fantastic still, but compared to modern Assassin's Creed games and like just modern games in general, it kind of looks like a Borderlands game in that way. Like, it's realistic to a point, but it has like a cartoon. It's almost like BioShock now, like BioShock Infinite. It has like a cartoonish kind of like artistic slant to it if you look back at it or actually play it today, compared to playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Mirage. It looks very distinctively stylized for its time, and for its time, it kind of was not super intentional. It was more just the limitations of what they had to work with graphically. But that gives it some flavor. So I'm not expecting it to look like 4... Well, like, it doesn't look like 4. I've already seen screenshots and video of it. It doesn't look like 4 from the PS4, or I also have it on the Xbox One. So that's like the remastered version. I also originally played it on the Wii U. And, yeah, it is a very nice looking remaster, in my opinion. It looks very nice. I've seen some of the naval combat. I'm not sure if they're just porting over the naval combat system they developed for Skull and Bones, because that game just bombed horribly, or if they're like porting over the original sailing system and just like updating it and modernizing it. I don't know those details because I don't have it in my hands. But I'm excited. I hope it's good. I don't get super excited for games. I'm much more in line with games like this, where it's like, if it's good, I'll play it. Like, if I'm recommended it, or if it looks like or vibes with me, I'll give it a shot and purely give my opinion based on my play experience and enjoyment of the game itself. I'm not... Nobody's paying me to say I like Sky. Nobody's paying me to say I like Assassin's Creed. And I'm not, like, hyper-biased on... Like, I'm hyper-biased in that I authentically think it's good, some of these games, but, like... as with, like, even Sky or Ghost of Yotei especially was a very massive disappointment, just on a lot of different levels. But, yeah, like, I'm not here to sell you a video game, I'm just here to play it, and... enjoy the experience, man. I'm a bit too hippie to, like, be fake like that. Whoa, 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 what's with the camera? Oh, there's some sort of event going on. Okay. I'm not interested. This is what I mean by it's kind of weird how, like, they changed Avery Village so much, and then you go into, like, a place like... Which is really nice, though, because, like, that's kind of why I like this game and why it got me through the winter, is that it does become a little bit of... And I don't mean this in a super derogatory term, as like, a derogatory term, but it kind of becomes a little bit of a daycare, in a way. It's just cozy. You come into it... It's another, a lot of people take it as a bit of a derogatory term as well. It's kind of a safe space. It's just like, it's a bit of a home, in a way, which is the really shameful part of it because it's an MMO, and unless there's local download for it when it goes offline, it's going to make a lot of people upset. It's going to make I talked at length about that a while ago, many months ago, while I was discussing the psychology of the people I've witnessed and talked to in this game, and the business practices with this, and how it actually is how its core design is. All this stuff. I talked a lot about this game, and I'm not about to do all that again right now. But, this game means a lot to people. It really, really, really does. So, if this game were to just go away, I think that would actually be, I'm not a psychologist, but I think that would actually be rather bad for some people. Just because this is a place for some people. And you can think weird about that all you want and such, but I take my enjoyment out of this place. If it goes away, if this game goes away, and I can't play this anymore, I'm fine because I got plenty of other places that I can play. But, and I have footage and I've talked at length about my enjoyment and praise for this game and my critiques of it, like the new Avery. But, there are plenty of people out there that I'm aware of who do not have those other places, and I think that would be a very, very unfortunate period for them. At the same time, this is a product, and it's made by people who want money, so it's not all rosy as the facade of the actual production makes it out to be. That is theater. There is the reality, and then there are the actors. The actors are people. They go off stage, the show ends eventually, and everybody bows. Anyway, I embellished that bit. That's my job. But getting back on point with the cozy and the hominess and such, it's just, if you're having, like, if you're going through, like, a rough time or anything like that, you can step into this on your phone, on your Switch, on your PlayStation, PC, and just have some stability in that kind of way. I'm not gonna lie, I was leaning on this game a little bit in that way because I hate the winter. I really, 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 really hate wintertime. I can't go outside and hike. I can't, like, I can, but it hurts me and my hands get really screwed up because I'm a photographer and I don't wear gloves. But, like, it's just like, the winters here suck. Winters, I showed pictures at some point, I think, recently during a Sky part about me going out and how, like, frosted everything was. It looks like, it literally, and I've shown people on, like, Discord photos of what it looks like out here. It looks like Antarctica. It becomes Antarctica here in January and February. So from January to February, which is also kind of a good reason why I was playing this so much during that time, is I got to go to places like this and not think about the reality of how cold and miserable it is outside. It's also a reason why I played 2 years ago, why I played Ghost of Tsushima in January and December so much, is because It's very tropical. It's very subtropical, very lush. The sun is out. I kind of need that. I need the blue sky. I need the greenery. I'm still working on, after 6 years, I'm still working on my flower project for my photo art. I'm very naturally inclined with just life. When winter comes around and everything gets all kind of brown, gray, and crusty and dead, I honestly just get really, really upset. Like, not like outwardly, but just subconsciously. So a place like this is very nice to not think about how all of the trees are dead and there's no flowers or butterflies or bees. That's just me. That is straight up just me. So, like right now, I was outside hiking yesterday. I took a ton of photos of some butterflies, and I'm really looking forward to how they turn out for my project. I haven't done that today because it's cloudy out and humid. So I'm just like, well, gray skies, there's nothing really to do out. Right, so I've yapped a bit. We've tried the book. I think we're going to check out what this Van Gogh thing is first before we try the book again. Like, first out... I'll never get over just seeing, like, the moon or sun just dropping out of the sky like that. Like, what is this? Why is there a floating sky kid here? I can't interact with it. What is this? Is there some sort of festivity going on? Oh! I think it's the 7th anniversary of the game. Sure, let's just see what's going on. Today's anniversary activity is the Art of Sky Gallery. Huh? Find a gift nearby. What do you mean, the Art of Sky Gallery? There is no content. It might not be for sale yet, or may no longer be for sale. I don't know why I read that like that, but what the hell? Okay. Also, why are there so many, like, apparitions kind of zooming in and out there? The cinema. Whoa. Why are we wireframes? Why are there so many people here? This experience features high-quality images and video. Wi-Fi network is recommended. Sky was originally created as a sequel to Cloud, a game designed before that game company studio was formed. Sky began development in 2012 with a team of around 10 developers in an office in Santa Monica, California. Yeah. Wow, today's just like the developer episode. We have the book, and we have this stuff because it's the 7th anniversary, unexpectedly just timing it right. Kids and the Earth. The first image of Sky was a striking pencil sketch. Striking is sure a phrase for this napkin scribble. A sketch of children flying together, their souls entwined into the shape of a mythical bird. Sketch by Genova Chen. Yeah, Chen is very much like... I'm pretty sure he runs that Sky company mostly. There's the other lady who co-owns it. Holy crap, a Titan. The Giant by American artist N.C. Wyeth was a central inspiration for Sky in the beginning. Yeah, that's a fantastic piece of art. The Little Prince? The Little Prince's story themes became a reference early in development. That explains why there's a tie-in with it. The Winged Migration documentary informed us of the different conditions weathered by birds flying long distances. This is crazy. What is this? The Overview Effect. Ah, yes, I love Steven Wilson's newest album, The Overview. I love how he put that album out, and then I started hearing so many different creatives say, like, the Overview Effect is, like, such an inspirational thing. I don't doubt that it was for this game's development, but, like, I'm a massive Steven Wilson fan, and he put out that album last year, and ever since then I've just heard so many people bring up the Overview Effect, like, not even his album, but just, like, the Overview Effect as, like, a scientific thing, as such an inspiring and whatever kind of important part of other artists' work and such, and it's like, I didn't hear any of you bring this up until after this album came up. What's going on here? The Overview Effect was an impactful video shared by astronauts from the space station who talk about the sense of awe they felt from Earth gazing. This inspired an early painting in pre-production. I like the wireframe effect they've given us for this area. I also like being here and not taking damage from the rain. During our early art exploration, our first mood sketches were based on the idea of a child flying up to meet with the giants in the sky. There are giants in the sky. Now I want to watch Into the Woods. I haven't seen that movie since theaters. I know James Corden in it. James Corden is in it, and that's unfortunate, but, like, it was pretty alright. During this period, we painted different islands you could glide over. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. These paintings exuded a fanciful and childlike quality. We imagined a pathway of souls who encountered fantastic giants and creatures among the clouds. It's gonna be funny. Hold on a second. Is any of this in the Art of Sky book itself? I'm gonna flip through real quick. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, this is such a new book, it's kind of hard to flip through. Okay, design documents for, like, the architecture of the boats and the society here, that's fine. I'm looking for, like, pre-production. Is there... What is this? This keeps sticking in the way. There's something else in this book. I'm going to put it off to the side there. Canvas of Sky, A Constellation's Tale. I'm going to see Canvas of Sky, page 8. Okay, that is... A lot of these are just dialogue. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's just funny. This is actually stuff that is in the book. And they're showing it right now in the game as a happenstance. This is just like when I bought the second book. It's just like, what is going on? Why are the stars aligning like this? I'm using this book now just out of whim because I have it and I want to record today. And there's an event right now, literally page 12... and 13 are the stuff we just saw with the giant, the small sketch of the kids in the earth. Page 14 is the overview image. Page 15 is these giant cloud sketches. Oh, this is crazy. What is today? What is today, man? This is page 15 in the book, these art pieces here. I mean, at least I don't have to, like, deal with the legalities of, like, showing you guys the book itself, which you can't do, because they seem to have actually put parts of the book in the game right now. Ooh. That was the server, that wasn't OBS. The freedom and feeling of soaring over grassy islands and oceans became a vital development goal. Yeah, this is crazy how I'm using the book today and they're having a showcase of stuff from the book now in the game. This is too perfect in my opinion. Can I see this one or no? Yeah, that's in the book. That's page, like, 16. Yeah, this is fantastic. It doesn't look like there's any really, like, along the alternative paths. You kind of have to stay on the main path, it looks. Our team realized that the theme of connection would be a core element of gameplay. We made a prototype to test different ways of connection, including an option for players to hold each other's hands. This playtest became a significant milestone in our game development. Right. To anchor our game direction, we sought to finalize the core pillars of Sky thematically, tonally, and emotionally. As we approached production, we decided Sky would center around wonder, humanity, and community. So, alongside with, funny enough, alongside with the game's lagging, okay. Yeah, that's all just the game kind of freezing up, which is weird. Alongside with Assassin's Creed Black Flag coming, I also have the deluxe complete collection of Moomin coming, like the comics. It's a big box set book. Kind of like the Calvin and Hobbes, the complete, like, author's collection, like the hardcover stuff. This is like a whole hardcover complete collection of all the Moomin comics by Tovi. And, I'm excited to look through that. If you've watched me enough with this game, especially, you know that I do enjoy me some Moomin. I am a Moomin fan, not the biggest, but I really do enjoy it a lot. Love the cartoon. The anime, I'm sorry. And, I also have some 3 frames to frame the little posters that came with this art book, funny enough. I wouldn't call them posters, but I'm gonna frame them and I'm gonna put them on my desk. So, Sky will be in front of me consistently. As the world of Sky saw numerous iterations, we kept the look of the avatar open and malleable. Once we began to design characters in a group setting, we considered the harmony of their aesthetics on screen. Whoa. That's the thing, is like, I don't doubt that a lot of this stuff is in the art book. Some of it might not be, I don't know. But this is some really interesting stuff. They even had like a blank child outfit model. Oh, that looks drastically different. That's very anime-esque. I don't know why, but it kind of reminds... That one specifically... yeah, the game keeps hitching, which is weird. I guess it's just because there's so many people in here. That last design really, for some reason, reminded me of Solo to Robo, if you're aware of that game, although Solo to Robo is, like, furries. It's just the design work, like the core language design work of how that design looked in the color palettes, it just reminded me of that game. Our goal was to make the Sky Child avatars representative of any type of player. Instead of a face, we added masks, so you can choose your own expression. Although it was sketched in 2015, this group image foreshadowed the artistic evolution of Sky before the adventure seasons began. Okay, so they used to have, like, more... I don't want to say realistic, but, like, more human faces. Huh. What's funny to me is that I've seen plenty of, like, fan artwork use, like, human-esque kind of faces on the models, kind of like that. So maybe that's where they got their inspiration to do that? I don't know. Our core game pillars of wonder, humanity, and community became our way of streamlining the art, design, and story. If it didn't touch upon these pillars, then it may not have been crucial to Sky. I mean, you could argue the whole pay system in this game isn't crucial then, because it doesn't involve any of those. Gotcha! Wonder. There is safety at its center, but darkness all around. Ooh, that's some interesting philosophy right there. I like it. You could argue it's just very Kingdom Heartsy. There is light everywhere, but there are shadows where there's not. Just, you know, just some sort of Nomura-esque kind of thing. Humanity. Every moment is better with other players. Community. A feeling that you belong to a global collective that stands for compassion and altruism. I have not really felt too much of that while playing 200 hours of this game, but sure. The vibe of a global collective that plays this game is there is a niche community of people who know about this game, who play this game, and if you don't know about this game, or even if you vaguely know about this game, you probably know nothing about this game. The funniest and weirdest thing is that, like, I'm assuming if you're watching this or listening to this right now that you know about Journey, at least, from that game company. I have brought up this game a lot to people who, like, I'm just talking about games and I might, like, recommend this or just briefly talk about this, and they have never in their life heard about this. And I'll try to use, like, oh, you know, like those guys who, it's made by those guys who made, like, Journey and stuff. They have no idea what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people out there who play a lot of video games who just don't even know what Journey is. That's really bizarre to me, but... because to me, that's like telling me you don't know what God of War is. It's like you don't know who Spider-Man is. It's just like, it's Journey. It was a major PlayStation 3 and 4 release. And I think it's on the PC now. But I know it's a game that's not for everybody, because a lot of people don't like artsy walking sim, social sim type things, where you're not, like, you don't have RPG mechanics, there's no action, there's no action really in it. It's a thoughtful game. But I've encountered, from playing this and trying to just talk to some people who are in gaming spheres, or even not in gaming spheres, like, I've had friends at work and such who, like, coworkers and such, I'll talk to. I've gotten a few of them to download this game, but, like, they've never heard of Journey. They don't know what that is, or things like that. I show them a little bit of this on my phone. They see a little bit of interest in it. They think it's kind of cool. They download the game. But, yeah, there's just a lot of people who don't know anything about that game company at all as an entity. So, if you think that people... My point being on that is that if people don't know about Journey, and I'm talking like a lot of people in my day-to-day, because I talk to a lot of people and travel around and such, and then you can only imagine how niche this game actually is, which is very much my understanding, because even I had never really heard about this, and I knew of Journey. That's the other crazy part, is it doubles back on myself. It's like, I was a pretty modest Journey fan, and I like Flower. I like Flower a lot more than Journey, to be honest, because I'm a weirdo. But I had never heard of this game before I was recommended it by some Japanese friends. This area introduces early artwork of the kingdom's realms and the visual moods of the emotional arc. The Isle of Dawn concept. Yeah, I don't doubt that a lot of this is just in the art book itself. Daylight Prairie. Yeah, I've seen that. That's actually one of the promotional images for the book. I literally just saw this in the book. Yeah, the game keeps hitching. That isn't on my end at all, which is really the more annoying part to me. None of these want to act... Ooh, oh, okay. The Vault of Knowledge. The Golden Wasteland. And I'm assuming the one that we missed back here was the Valley? Yeah. The Valley of Triumph. Yeah, that would be the starting area before you get to the actual valley itself, like the hub. Ooh, yeah, you can tell there's a lot of people in here right now, and it's kind of lagging out the server a bit. Which is good, because that means there's a lot of people seeing this content and hanging out and having a good time. That's the vibe you want, man. The concept of death. Okay, I see the little child of light there. The Eye of Eden. Orbit concept. In the early stages, animal guardians were sketched as mythical figures who watched over their realms. They slowly evolved into the elder ancestor humanoid characters that we recognize as being integral to the kingdom's rise and fall. Together they were led by a ruler who ultimately sacrificed himself to birth a new generation of children of light. Isle of Dawn's wisdom concept. Daylight Prairie's empathy concept. Okay, so I've understood that the Guardians, that's an important part of, like, that's why I got the book itself, is so I can, like, figure out a lot of, like, the intermeanings of the culture and the design aspects and all of the deets of the design language, mythology, and production of this project that game company has made. And this is already answering some of them. I've vaguely understood that the Guardians represent different traits, but I haven't fully understood exactly which ones. So we have empathy, we have resilience for the Hidden Forest. The art team explored the pivotal narrative moments when each ancestor would meet the Sky Children, and what would be the most impactful way to visually capture this. I mean, it's like when you're a little kid and you're meeting Santa at the mall. He's just kind of there, and you're alone with him, and you get to have a little moment with Santa. It's kind of like that. The Valley of Triumph is excellent. Bodacious, man. That is excellent. Oh, no. The Golden Wasteland is courage. Honestly, you could probably give him, like, wrath or something, because I'm not sure about the courage aspect. In the narrative itself, isn't it kind of told that, like, the guys of the Golden Wasteland and the city itself, the king and all that, kind of ruined everything in a way? Isn't that part of the narrative, if I'm remembering right? The Vault of Knowledge is faith. I mean, sure. There's a lot of motifs of, like, interreligious things, and I don't want to say specifically, like, Christianity or Buddhism or anything. It's kind of a mesh of a lot of different faiths in a lot of the way things are depicted with ceremony and everything in between. I don't really care to pick into any of that stuff. let alone from, like, even just from, like, the design aspect. It's very kind of religious in a way, in, like, the purity aspect of it and such, which is very, very appealing to me, just in general, because it looks so clean. The Ruler. Sacrifice. Are you telling me there's a freaking dude up at the Eye of Eden? I don't remember seeing anything up there like this. Why is there a giant god statue or something at the top? Is that up there? Or is that just for the concept art? Man, next time we go to the Eye of Eden, whenever that is, I gotta take a look out for a giant statue of some dude. Our animators introduced non-elder civilian spirits to combine quest gameplay with emotion-centric storytelling. These became ancestor spirits dotted around each realm who share their memories and give you quests and are core to the gameplay. A moat farm. Ruin. Send, store, harvest. This is a very interesting way to lay out a town. You have the harvesting area, you have the core town itself, and then you have, like, where it where people leave to, like, send out the harvest. That's funny. I like this sketch a lot. In developing the backstory, we sketched out the possible life purpose of the civilians. I mean, to survive? I'm more curious about the emote farm. Like, what is that wording, emote? 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 Wiimote? Burn, release the ember. That's the other thing. What we're going to be doing Assassin's Creed next, after this video. That'll be the next thing that goes up. But the next Sky video, I'm probably going to have a lot to talk about with the book itself because I will be looking through the book. So, these next few parts are going to be very much developer heavy of just interesting things like this. Moat is precious. What is moat? It began with villagers in each realm who worship the soul cycle as part of coexisting humanity and nature. Symbiotic relationship, yeah. So, did, like, whatever these quote-unquote moats, emotes, I guess it's being shorthanded to be quirky and artistic. Were these, like, the original versions of the candles and the flame, or are they more like a core... Like, where in this world do they function? Were they something you unlocked as you progressed instead of, like, Children of Light in the wing capacity and stuff? Or, like, what were they? I don't remember if there's anything like that in when you, like, meet an actual, like, guardian or anything. It was much more like they kind of imbued you with hope in some sort of way, and then they opened the doorway for you to go to the next area. It was very linear and honestly not super deep or anything like that. It was almost like going to a toll booth. Ancestors couldn't touch the embers directly. I'm guessing this moat stuff turned into the embers and the wax. That's kind of what I'm guessing right now. Ancestor spirits provided a snapshot of civilization's past. Their memories offer significant texture and flavor to each realm, with layers of lore and discovery around each corner. Now there's more. Since I'm not really, like, yelling from opening the book and being weirded out, I'm gonna bump up the audio a bit again. Yeah, we're gonna be back up to here. And just hope that there's no staticky weird stuff going on. Anyway. Oh, we got some... And the game's lagging. Can't read those. The Isle of Dawn. I love how the audio glitch is actually still there in-game. I just heard it for the first time in months. We're back. We're back in Sky. Daylight Prairie. Hidden Forest. I'm guessing it's just going to show us all of them. Golden Wasteland. The Vault of Knowledge. The wider ecosystem involving the constellations and life cycle was considered more thoroughly while we designed the creatures. We planted hints of how the light and the void impacted them historically in the world. The art team initially began with a fish design, but they evolved its form into mantas in later iterations. Okay, so we have the manta. Look how minimalist they look. They look more like things from Abzu, which is funny because that is a team of Giant Squid is a team of former That Game Company staff. Yeah, the lower poly looking renditions look much more like things from Abzu. I mean, same design sensibilities, so that works. We got mantas, we got crabs, we got tuna, tuna 2, long-tail tuna, snails, bulls, large creatures, quote-unquote, and the ancient creature, which is, I believe, it's not called a leviathan, it's called, like, I don't know if they actually have a name in-game, but I think the communities call them, like, a whale or something like that. I don't know. Those things do exist in the game, though, the big ancient creature. They exist, like, in between the valley and the wasteland, and in a few other spots. Is there anything in here? No. I hear people taking photos, which is nice, but I have a video camera, and you don't. These majestic creatures shepherded light back towards the stars. We designed them to be to elegantly move like aquatic life swimming in the clouds. They look really interesting, but really weird here. They kind of look more like something... This is a really weird take, but they remind me of something from some sort of kids cartoon like Stormhawks, if anybody remembers that. Like, the design sensibilities for this remind me of like a late 2000s preteen orientated cartoon. I don't know why. I think it's just like the use of line. It's like a mix of the line work and the design itself. It's very much like the line work and the design itself just screams like late 2000s preteen cartoon. In visualizing the void as storytellers, we presented its impact neutrality and celebrated both light and dark life forms in their own beauty. By honoring both sides of its existence equally, we were able to weave a richer world. I mean, yeah, you got the yin and the yang, you got the light and the dark, you got the kingdom and the hearts. We began experimenting with colors and shapes that could compound emotions for encountering darkness and the void. Started making things look weird. It's a very interesting section of Concrete Genie's development when they get into the Dark Genies, and then they cut most of that from the final game. In these artworks, void corrupted life forms are represented as dark waters, dark plants and blooms, dark crabs, and dark dragons. Hunting, dying, it just turns into rocks when they're dead. Saved and freed is an interesting one, because you're showing that there was still some sort of pure life form in there after it died. That is interesting. The Valley of Triumph characters, we skipped over those before. I do also like how you can kind of see which ones you haven't properly interacted with yet. We missed this one, apparently. Yeah, the Proto Sky Kid artwork is just really interesting. This one takes more cues from The Little Prince. Just really interesting design evolution. You've already seen this one. And there's the server lagging again. What is this gift box over here? I have no idea if that's something you're able to interact with or anything, but I'm gonna move on. That is one thing I haven't, like, we got a little bit of the dark dragon, like, not dark dragon stuff specifically, but just like the darkness in the void a little bit, but is there anything more detailed about, like, the Dark Dragons in their concept design work? I would already know if I'd look through this book, man. There's so many people in here, it's just lagging out. I don't know if that's it or not. I don't see any more... I don't see any more spots to interact with. That's the weird part. Is like, it started to lead up to that a little bit with some of these here, but then it just kind of cut off. I feel like I'm missing one to progress to the next section. I'm gonna go into this little nook over here and see if there's anything, but I don't think there is. No, there's nothing through here. I love how it just looks like we're in some sort of Tron-esque wireframe area. Can I use my camera? Oh, I don't know if that's new or not. It, like, jostles a little bit when you place the tripod. I don't remember it doing that before. Alright, so I want to... I want to do a good emote for the thumbnail. You know how this works. Yeah, that might do. That might do. I'm gonna do one more. Just because we're here, and we probably won't ever be back here again. No, not, gotta get the angle right. No! Boy, the control... this is finicky as crap. I just want to do it at an angle. And it's blurry. Okay, can we get it? No, it doesn't like the pose. I'm done. I'm done trying with that. We'll go with one of those first ones. It's fine. Enough wasting time on that. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else left here. It's like, it feels like there should be, but I'm not seeing anything, so... I'm just gonna double check one last place I didn't look in here, which is this campsite up here. Ooh, the server doesn't like it when you move fast with all these people in here. I mean, there's a lot of people hanging out here. But nothing specific. Okay, I think that is kind of it for this, really. If I missed anything, then so be it. I have the real book, which is obviously a lot more content than this, but still. Very unexpected and cool thing to have happen today while I'm trying to show off content of the actual book anyway. Like the real book. Yeah, and now we're back into the regular map. Okay. What is that? What is this? I think it has something to do with that flag post. Also, is that glitching? Like this, there's like some rain that's glitching here. Weird. Alright, let's go back to Avery and see if we can figure out what's going on with this Van Gogh thing. Do I even have this emote? Yeah, I do. Yeah, okay. It works. Right, so I'm going to test out whether or not I can bring the book back again. But I'm gonna go to a... That's actually a way to cheat it. Instead, because I was... For some reason I thought like, oh, well, I can only use the book here. No, I can... Well, that is actually going to depend on the phone once again. It's like, can I be... I'm still going this way thinking the gates are over here because I'm so normalized to that. They're back here. If I go to a place, let's say... I'm going to test it with Isle of Dawn. So, we're just going to be over here. And I'm going to try to use the book. Let me put the controller down. I have a new dual... I got my dual... I got my new DualSense controller for the PlayStation finally. It's, funny enough, it's the same sky light blue as the sky on the sky art book. Man, that is the most times I've ever said the word sky in a single sentence. Pairing of sentences. Oh, God. I'm amused very easily by that. Anyway, I realized like, oh man, this is the same tone of blue that they use in Sky, which is appropriate enough because it is a nice tone. Anyway, so many coincidences and convenient situations today. It's crazy. All right, so let's boot up Sky on my mobile device. Play. Please don't make me log back in, PlayStation. Now I just need to see if it tells one of the games to kick the other one off. Because it's loading me into Avery. Ready to scan? Okay. Server error, invalid request, please reconnect. Yeah, once I used the star, it fail-safed me to using the phone because it is assuming that I'm using the phone right now and not PlayStation. Okay, so now that that has happened, I'm going to try to getting out of Sky on my phone is always kind of annoying. I have to like swipe up a couple times. Okay, so I'm out of Sky on my phone. Retry. 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 Come on, can we do this? Can we get it? Retry. It's probably going to have to make me load back into the game again, which is kind of beans. Right. Okay. Close the game. Open the game. This is annoying for me because, as I said at the beginning, historically when I've been doing this for, oh man, 7 years at this point. Historically with PlayStation, if you go in and out of your game from the PlayStation main menu, it's really a coin toss whether or not your audio settings are going to be kind of messed up. It's something to do with just like the way the console BIOS interloads and interacts with the HDMI. I don't know why. It's some dumb thing. It's a really dumb thing. I'm just aware that it's a consistent issue. Okay, so we have the book. Let's go into Isle of Dawn. And we have the book spot right in front of us right here. So let's see what it is. The relationship between the island and the clouds was significant. Page 101. Behold, a rare behind-the-scenes look of this area revealing its hidden artistry. Okay, that is the wireframe. That's the thing, the clouds function as a mesh, so they look a little different than the actual core wireframes. This would be like the color vertices for the textures and the lighting. Yeah, it's like all the shaders and all that. It's the raw polygons without any textures or shading on them. Ooh, this would be an interesting shot. Just the actual core wireframes. Which, once again, you can see the clouds act as a mesh, so they're covering up some of the polygons still on some of the objects. That was neat. I'm not gonna lie, given that it just gave us a big overview of this whole area with that, and there's not much of a map to this map aside from this, I think that's kind of it here. So I'm really tempted to just go back to the prairie and beeline it to try and figure out where that other one was in the village area. It's a little bit of a shame that it's just a pre-rendered kind of... I don't know if... I wouldn't say pre-rendered. It might be a pre-rendered video. It might just be doing it in real time to show it as some sort of virtual effect. But it's a bit of a shame it doesn't let you just walk around in a wireframe. I was expecting you to be able to walk around in a wireframe mode with it briefly, which of course I wanted to use by getting... When I go out of bounds, I then wanted to see like the wireframe mode to see how things look out of bounds in a wireframe developer mode, because of course I would want to. But having these little videos, which I find really, once again, back to the religious thing I talked about earlier, just like the fact that it's kind of referencing back to pages of the book itself reminds me of when you see like Christian quotes from the Bible about like an event, some sort of prose of the Bible versus whatever by whatever. Seeing the book pages be referenced just kind of reminds me of that. That's the thing, I'm not religious, I am a humanist. But, yeah, I was raised with enough of that to be like... I understand religion enough to appreciate it for that it helps a lot of people. I don't really care for it myself, like personally. It does nothing for me. But if it's cool for you, then that's great. Helps you get through the day. I just see a lot of concepts around that, like theology and philosophy just throughout the entire design of all of this, which I find charming. Place your book near the designated location. Once again, it's like, it means that there is something here. I just don't know where it is still. Oh, you can do that! So if you do a big call, you can find it. Yes! New lore! We found out! Okay, I probably peaked the mic there. Okay, oh, it's here. It's here, it's here. Okay. Okay, we found it. Nice. And I didn't put it down in the right spot. Come on, it's so close. Visualizing the void affecting the light creatures or life forms was consistent in our work. Page 166. Behold, a rare behind-the-scenes look of this area revealing its hidden artistry. I love that they just use that as a blanket phrase. Okay. It's like all the vertex maps again. That's the thing, it's nothing, so far nothing, none of this has been like jaw-dropping insane. These maps are, these mesh maps are really crazy. just for the clouds specifically, you could see how they're layered. A lot of the vertex mapping and the wireframe stuff's just really neat to see. Okay, I was kind of hoping we'd see something involving the temple up there, but... Alrighty. No, 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 no. We're kind of stuck in it, I think. Yeah, I think we're kind of stuck in this now. So, I'm going to go to page 166 then. I can skip it, but I'm just going to jump to that page anyway, see if it has anything more interesting about what's going on here. 173, 137, 151, 161. 166. Oh, we get to see the vertex mapping of the manta. That's cool. Oh, you can see the mesh mapping for the call it does. That's cool. Work quickly. This darkness will soon withdraw. Okay, let's talk about other stuff. So 166 has the picture actually that we saw back in the forest of the darkness spreading on that little building. One of the first darkness photos that we saw. Mysterious and is affected, hungry for light. Yeah, this section... Oh, that's funny, actually. So, the next page, 168 on the other side, it shows that image of the hunting, the dying, the dead, and the saved freed with the little spark that's shown at the end of it. The page directly to the right, page 169, nice, is actually the concept art for the dark dragons and the crabs and such. So they didn't show that in the forest, I don't think, but it's here in the book. It's literally the next page. That's interesting. Anyway. Yeah, today is like a field trip for this game. We're going on a field trip. We're going to learn. What time is it even for me? It's about 10 o'clock. That's not bad. I got another hour or so. So today we will be playing Plenty of Sky. Okay, it's still not letting me up there. I'm just going to jump to the forest and see if we can use the book over there. Well, I'm kind of tempted, because there's going to be some sort of feature like this for the next book as well, and the next book is functionally going to focus on all the added areas and all the content that's been added since the game released. It functions from like late 2019 through 2024. It's not up to today, but it is a lot of the content prior to when I started playing the game. So I have a feeling like all the... Where's the map? No, that's text. How do I bring up the map again? I always forget this. I always forget how to bring up the map with this game. That was kind of weird. I hit both of the joysticks in to use like L3 and R3 together, and it kind of killed the music. Yeah, the music was just having some weird issues there. Okay. It isn't the touchpad. That brings up text. There's the map. I know it's in some dumb spot. Okay, so it's in this menu and down. Okay. Sorry about that. Once again, it's like I gotta get some of the rust off of this. What's up with the music? Now it's like doing stuff from the valley? No, the prairie. Wait, no, this is the valley. Yeah, this is you doing the race for the valley. There's a lot of weird stuff going on here that I don't fully understand, but looks pretty cool. So, what is this? I don't care about... Oh, right. An exclusive item will be available during the show. Right, so... Like the baseball hats that we saw over here by these NPCs earlier. Ooh, I love this song so much. I haven't heard it in months. The baseball hats that these NPCs were wearing earlier, that's like going to be a specific limited time unlockable or purchasable, I have no idea which one, item in the theater. I think this is when it is. I want to find the Van Gogh stuff, man. Where is it? Join the sky. No. It won't let me leave. Oh, okay. Right, just so we're not wasting any more time on this, like, futzing around trying to find out where. Sky Van Gogh season. Oh, it's not up yet. The Dear Van Gogh season in Sky Children of Light is an interactive event running from July 17th to October 1st. We got plenty of time for it, and I can tell you we are definitely doing that. So, I thought it was just like a brief thing for a few weeks, like a week or two or something, because they just announced it a few weeks ago at like the Game Fest, Summer Game Fest or whatever, and I just thought it was going to be a brief thing. It allows players to explore 3D recreations of Van Gogh's masterpieces and experience his life's journey through interactable dialogue. So that's the next season. Okay, yeah, I did not care for whatever this last season was. It just didn't seem interesting to me. I don't know if it was or not. I was busy, I was doing other stuff. I just did not have the time to deal with it. Now that I'm starting to get some time back, we will definitely do the Van Gogh one. We'll see what that's about, have some fun with it. I thought it was going on already from how much I've been seeing, like, Instagram posts about it and stuff, and man, they are hyping the crap out of it. I heard virtually... That's the other thing. I heard virtually nothing about them changing Avery or the last season or anything like that on social media until I started to try and, like, play it again. I've been seeing stuff about the Van Gogh thing constantly since it was announced. That's why I thought it was going on. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Can we really just, like, not use the book? It would make sense to use it out here, but... Yeah, let us, since we don't have a whole lot of time, let's go to the forest and try to use it. Okay, the book spot is a bit further up. Today has kind of been all over the place between the art tours, essentially interacting with the art book, and just kind of futzing around in a few other areas randomly. A lot of the forest has been here today. Ooh, it's right here. But I am enjoying the crap out of this because it's also kind of re-ingratiating me a bit better than last time into actually playing the game and interacting with the lore and getting back into this, getting back into all the fun I had over the winter. As the first emotional plunge in Sky, we designed the Hidden Forest with this dip in mind. Behold, a rare behind-the-scenes look at this area, revealing its hidden artistry. Ooh, we got the... Look at the plant life. The wireframes are going nuts here. What do we got? We got vertexes. More vertexes. There's a lot actually going on there. I like how the trees kind of have like a separation point. There's like a weird ring of separation point between the root, like the stump root aspect of it, versus the actual like trunk itself. For some reason, it's not just one big object. Okay. Random hiccup. Sorry about that. The book is essentially gone, so we're... Yeah, it's gone. Okay. So, with that being that, we're going to leave the forest for now. So we don't have to worry about the Van Gogh stuff, so... That means that that explains why this festivity for the anniversary is going on, which it means we're kind of in like a weird grace period between seasons. So this is nice of them to do this. I still think the personality quiz one, weirdly enough, as bland as it kind of was, it was just the more interesting one. It just was the more interesting one out of any of them versus like the championship thing that went on during like February, which was fine and good and memorable. But that person, that first in-between lull, very interesting. Find the gift nearby. What is the gift? Oh man, what is this? Not exactly the frame I wanted, but that was pretty good. Oh. Once again, not a frame I wanted, but pretty funny. Okay. No. What is this music? What is this music? It's not going to be copywritten, is it? I hope it's not. Okay, it went away. I'm very scared that that was like some weird type of copyright music or something. I've never heard that track before, so... Okay. Aw, photobombed. Just trying to get something good here, man. No. Bad. Are we just gonna have to go with the classic? What is this? Oh no, this one's good. Yeah, that's good. I'll do a closer one. Sorry, this is meandering. This is me just having fun, so... I'm sorry I'm having fun with the video game. There we go, there we go. No weird particle effects or anything like that. Okay, we're done. So, what do you mean by the hidden gift? No, I don't need to see whatever that is. Okay, those are consumables. You can get a laptop? What do you mean? Oh, these are still spells. Okay. Yeah, you can get a hat spell. Oh, it's actually like a tree. Help celebrate Sky turning 7. Okay. Activities will start in every day. Find the gift nearby every day for event ticket light. Enter this gallery, check out the cinema for content throughout the event. Okay, so this is like its own little mini thing. Okay, cool. I assumed as much. I didn't think they would put this much effort into it, but they are. That Game Company is turning 20. Join the staff celebrating in the That Game Company office. We can go to the office again! It's been a long time! Oh, that's great. I have no tickets. Wait, what is that? During the special event, find tickets hidden in plain sight and earn them by participating in activities. Yeah, okay, so there's tickets here. Yeah, but like... Okay, I have no... What are the gifts, then, for this? So you get a camera, a slice of cake, a hat. That's the hat that that character is wearing in front of us. A movie clapper, a laptop, a chair, a tuxedo, and a sky balloon prop. Not bad. Not a bad selection of stuff. Okay, so we've already done this, but apparently the tickets are something we didn't activate when we did this. So... I hope we don't have to look through this stuff again. Oh, so that will let us get that. Okay, I see now. How many tickets? That gave us 5 tickets. I don't have to look through all this stuff again, do I? Because I've already looked through all of it. When I went through here before, I didn't see any other presents. That's why I was kind of curious about them. So I'm going to assume that... I think we're good on the tickets for today, maybe? I don't know how long this is going to be going on, but it might just be like an every day is a different area. Look at all the NPCs that just popped in. I know that the Sky devs have talked about trying to integrate this that they've been doing in like the music area for a while into like more maps. This is really crazy. It's just so much. There's just so many NPCs. Even if they're low poly and not really interesting to look at, it's just... It really does show you just like how many people are playing a specific map in an instance. It's really interesting. So, I kind of want the hat and the camera. 14... Okay, 14 days left. So there's more days for this. Okay. I'm good then. So this is supposed to be the office? Avery Village. Please gather at the stage for our next performance. Oh, we're on top of the office. We've been here before a long time ago with NetSpeed. They brought us to the office because we didn't have access to it, so... It's weird because it was kind of liminal and empty and felt like... It felt like going to like a retail store or something when nobody's there, really. It's like going into like a grocery store, but it's entirely empty. It's like that when we went there before. It was very kind of... It wasn't like exactly liminal, but it just seemed like abandoned. This is entirely different. This is bumpin'. Where's the giant robot? They have him walking around! I don't believe he was walking around last time we were here. He was like stuck in a single position. They have him walking around. There he goes. Oh, that's amazing. They fully animated him walking around now. Yeah, he's just like he was just like perpetually walking in this direction away from the office for some reason. Oh no, he's sunken into the cloud layer. Oh no, he's dead. We'll never see him again. He was a good friend. We met him once before. He was a nice guy. Ah, so these little stars function as tickets. What is this? Whoa. Why are we changing different colors? What is the meaning of life? We are but stardust in an atomic space-time continuum. Pointless, ever drifting through the darkness of reality. Time will cease once matter ceases, and matter is broken down by time. The vicious cycle of existing in physical reality continues every day. I don't know. Shoot me! Shoot me! Yeah! Nice. Well, we don't have the Van Gogh stuff to do, but this is interesting. That's the thing. I don't agree with what they did with Avery Village. It isn't the end of the world or the worst, but I think it's kind of sloppy. Stuff like that. Like, it's very clear that they put a lot of effort into stuff like this. But that redesign, man, I just don't know what they were thinking. Because, like, part of my job is literally stagecraft and, like, theatrical design. You have to think about how things look. You have to know how an environment looks. You have to know how lighting looks with it. You have to know how spacing works with it. I said I'm not going to talk about this stuff again. But I'm just pointing out, just, like, I have my hand into designing sets and things like this and how things should be spaced out, how the feng shui should work, man. And, yeah. Like, environmental design is kind of important. And you need to put a lot of thought into it. I don't have the Moomin plush, and I don't have NetSpeed with me here, but man, I could use the Moomin plush right now. Oh my god, look at the little boat! I want the little boat! Look at the little boat, it's so amazing. Look at us! This is an amazing, this is game of the year. Unironically, like, unless Assassin's Creed Black Flag just demolishes my summer with being an obsession, unless it does that, then Sky is my game of the year, unironically. I'm assuming that these are, like, parallels of actual developers' Sky Kids in some manner, maybe. Like their designs, like the masks, and maybe like the hats and other things that they're wearing. They seem fairly uniform with the blue capes, so I'm not going to say it's, like, entirely accurate, but... Perhaps. Perhaps. There's pizza everywhere, jeez. There's no pizza in the bathroom, is there? Oh, it makes water sounds when you're near it. Oh, that's because there's water on the floor. You can barely see it, but they put water very faintly on the floor so that when you walk next to this, it makes watery effects. This is a relatively new player, unless they're just not decked out in anything. Sky cosplay when? I've actually seen a few people do Sky cosplay online, and it's pretty alright. Nothing super crazy, but pretty alright. Oh, disco. Oh, you have the breakdancing one? I don't think I have breakdancing yet. I think that might be... I think that might be all of the little stars in here, I'm not sure. Oh! Yeah, I'll relive this memory because I haven't done this one yet. I don't know if this is just for this event or not. We are doomed. What do you mean? You have a party hat on. It's going... Oh, the development. It's going to disappoint. Man, you guys are downers at the dev team. This is a good idea. Okay, so where... I finished it, but like where does one get the emote from this guy from? Or do you just not? Is it just like an Easter egg type thing? I get a feeling you don't. He's not back at his desk again. I don't see him anywhere. That crab is amazing with the hat. That's amazing. Enjoy every sandwich. Let's see here. You're not on the guest list. You must be a VIP. Crab hats. What a time. Oh, it's getting so noisy in here. Okay, what's going on up on the ceiling? I don't know if these are just like regular other players. This guy just seems like too tall to be one of the other regular players, so I'm not sure if it's an NPC or what. The dev team would not be... Well, in Santa Monica, it's like 7 o'clock in Santa Monica right now. They wouldn't be at the studio at 7 o'clock hosting this, I would expect. Because it's more of an office culture, I would not expect them to be doing that. They probably went home at like 2 or 5 or whenever, depending on when they go to work in the morning. I don't know. Have I been in here? I don't think I've been in here before. Camera. Why are my why are my arms screwed up like that? Did you see that? They were like broken backwards. Okay. I mean, I guess this is a way for you to just see... Oh, it's this person again. They followed me. The orb has nearly reached its full power. What do you mean, the orb has nearly reached its full power? Okay, we're gonna come back to this because this person isn't moving. But what do you mean? When you say something like that, it feels very culty. Agility, Grace, Wonder, I thank you all for your help in this matter. Goodbye. What is that player doing? Did you see that one that was stuck in the ground? Okay. I'm gonna take a picture before they jump into frame or anything like that. Yeah, they jumped into frame. I knew they were gonna do that. Not yet. 1 second, dude. Get out of the frame. It's not the frame I want. Please, just let me have this. No! Let me have this. Please. I am begging you. No! Everything is falling apart. When I get paid, I like a nice turkey. Then I eat the turkey, and I throw the bones at James. There! That's what I wanted! Jeez, this person is pushy. What you want? We touched tips and now you want me to follow you. What do you want, man? Eh. That's the other thing, is like, this is they have the breakdancing ability. They also have a chair on their back, which tells me they've at least completed a bit of the beginning of the tutorial. Oh no, someone tipped over the crab. Poor crab. Shodi, a 5-second dance makes your day better. Like, they don't have a whole lot of wings, so either they've been through the Eye of Eden recently, or they just, like, they have a few basic emotes, but they seem to have a grasp of the emote system. It's always kind of weird gauging, like, how much has another player, like, played the game or anything like that, especially when they don't show, like, outward evidence of that. What you want, dude? I can juggle your balls. Nothing? Who keeps tipping over the... Oh, I might have tipped over a crab, actually, when I did that call earlier. Can I pick him up? Yeah! Party crab! Party crab's mine. Right, so that... That other person, I don't know where they are. Oh, they went over there. Take the crab. 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 Yeah! You see, that's how I have fun here. Okay, I think I'm kind of done here then. Unless I see another star piece somewhere. You know what? I'm taking this crab for an adventure. Oh, there are more star pieces. Okay. Goodbye, crab. Your usefulness is over. What's down here? A whole lot of nothing. Right. So. What the? Oh, they're probably on a construct of some type. Okay, yeah, there's some more... There's some more stars out here. I do like how they made them stars, too. Because we just learned properly how to use the star system today. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's some people hiding down here. Am I on top of them? The join failed. I don't know if I've ever... Whoa, okay, we can see right through the map here. That's interesting. Okay. A little out of bounds today, too. A little out of bounds. That's lucky. Not directly out of bounds, but visually. I think I just interrupted their little meeting, and they just bailed because they were annoyed that I was there, which is great. That's great. Oh, there's one more. Okay, so there's still one more somewhere. It would be funny if it was on the robot, but I don't think it is. Kind of weird that there's just a patch of grass down here like this. Oh, oh, ooh, is that it? No, it's a diamond. I don't see one. Also, if you hear anything kind of muffled in the background, it sounds like my neighbors are having like a party next door or something. The magic pizza! They're never gonna believe me. They are never gonna believe me. But I found the magic pizza. Right. I was gonna say, is there anything up above me? Yeah, there it is. Alright, last one. You have found all the bonus tickets in this area. Alright, we're out of here then. It was nice to revisit the office, especially with it being so jubilant. Today's anniversary activities in the Art of Sky Gallery. Find the gift nearby. So the gift, singular, is just that one present that we found. So we could get the hat. I kind of want to get the camera first, just because I want to see what that new camera is. Because I am a photographer, and I would like a new camera here. That would be wonderful. That would be audaciously advantageous. Oh my god, everybody just popped in like plants, like flowers popping up from the ground. They germinate. Oh, there is stuff over here. Fireworks. You think it's a good idea to have explosives next to the gate for the Eye of Eden? Why is the gate closed, by the way? That's a little weird. It's closed for some reason. Yeah, seeing all of this here, I'll give him credit. I don't agree with the design. Oh, and the gates also look like they're deactivated. I don't agree with the restructuring of this place, but adding all of these players, even if they're very low poly, into this area is so lively and kind of overwhelming. Wait, what's going on? Why are all of the gates offline? Aside from the event. I think this is a bug. I think this is a really weird bug. Like all of the gates show they're inactive, which I've never seen before in the game, aside from, you know, like starting the game new. But like the special event gates and the doorways in the town are still fine. I'm gonna go in and out of one of the regular doorways and see if reloading the area just fixes whatever this is. That was weird. It just instantly loaded me in. That was weird. There's some weird things going on with the game right now. Yeah, that's really weird. There's no transition. It just pops you back in. The door is still sealed. I feel like there just is a lot of people in this area right now for some reason, so I'm not sure if this is a universal issue or if it's something weird. I kind of think this might be an actual server-wide issue. Just given how many people are sitting around over here, and I'm seeing these other players like walk up to the gates but not go through them. I just want to watch again. Like, nobody's really making any attempts to go up through the gates. I don't know. I am kind of tempted to reload the game and see if there's something just with the instance that we're in right now. Which is kind of fine, because that actually will give me a chance to reload the book, I guess. Oh, this is this other thing. So when I opened the book and I said there was like this other thing in the book, it's a card. It's like a giant trading card of some key art for Sky. And it says on the back of it, this reusable NFC blocking card prevents unauthorized scanning of the star. Please remove card prior to use. I was wondering what this is, because it's like a big giant trading card of just like some key art. And I'm like, what is this? Okay, so it was to stop people who, in the shipping of this book, from stealing it, essentially. That's really smart. So, I'm gonna try to, if there's no, like, weird server issues, I'm gonna load into Sky on my phone. Everything looks normal on my phone with the gates and everything, so I think it's just an instance issue. It's probably a glitch from loading from the special event area for the anniversary back into the regular map. That might just be like a glitch. I don't know. Okay. There are no points of interest for the book in this area. Try another realm. Yep, so there's nothing in Avery for the book. So we have the book active. Let's load back in on PlayStation. This is going to be a mess for me to review for audio, just to make sure there's no... Everything I've been seeing on the computer's end of recording this looks fine, but little static blips and things like that don't actually show up on the meters. Alright, let's see if things on PlayStation load back in correctly. Yeah! Okay. Yeah, it was a weird glitch with the anniversary. Okay, we're gonna skip to the valley. We haven't been there. We haven't been here today, so I'm a little more interested in this. Okay, so the book area is up ahead. Oh, it's right here. Never mind. Our color script saw a dramatic change from the palette before. I'm not going to say it again, I've said it every other time. Okay. We got the towers further down. That's their vertex mapping. Oh, underneath the ice sheet. It kind of looks like honestly, this area is pretty flat, so it looks very N64-y once you just bring up the vertex mapping. Let's see what this hole looks like. Yeah, the whole area looks great. They gave those rock formations a lot of tries. They didn't have a whole lot to say about it, but all that they said was that the color mapping for this area, like the palette that they chose for this, was drastically different than the previous, which makes sense. It's reds, whites, grays, and blues. It says a lot about how many times I did this map in this course, so many times that I still remember, like, the pathing. You do it enough, it just burns itself into your head. That's why coming back to this, it's like, I know it's been months, but it really does not feel like it in-game for me returning to this. And I gotta say, playing this with the new DualShock controller, I haven't noticed any weird, like, controller lag or drifting or anything like that, so pretty consistently through my playthrough, at least a few times per part, I would always be like, why am I moving like this? Why, like, would the character kind of twitch in a weird direction or things like that? I've had none of that. This has been nice. Which, for me, is actually really nice for... Wait. Is the observatory like a... No, the observatory has always been here, if I recall right? I don't know. I'm gonna go to the observatory and try to use the book and see if anything, because that's an interesting area. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if anything's here. But for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, it's gonna be nice to play that with a fresh controller. Because then I also know that if anything weird happens with Edward during the gameplay, I know it's the game and not the controller. I'm not seeing anything pop up on radar, but I'm gonna put it down real quick and just see. I've got nothing, so... Yeah, I'm gonna assume more areas like this, maybe, Prairie Peaks, Sanctuary Islands, places like that that are more like seasonal new areas, quote-unquote, even though they've been in the game for many years. Areas that have popped up through the online development of this game and not prior to its release. you're going to get another thing for that, for its star. So I'm assuming that that might be similar to how this works. I do, once again, just in relation with like the online capability of this game and the star system and such, the fact that like you can scan these apparently with the Switch version, which is nice because you don't have to use a phone for that. But with the PlayStation specifically, you need the phone to get these NFC-enabled things like fast travel. Well, I don't even know how the fast travel one would work because wouldn't that be instantaneously? I don't know how something like that would work, but like certain items and things like what I have with the book here. Once again, even if you had like I keep bringing this up, but just like it's just always at the back of my head when I'm playing an online game. It's like because all of the MMOs I did play as a kid died, so eventually when this game does go offline at some point, if there's not like a local download version of this. And if the mobile version itself specifically just goes away, then you can't scan the star items or like the patches, the NFC chips anymore. Because PlayStation has no real way of doing that because of how these controllers themselves work and how the platform works. It's really neat to see that I can intermingle them between my account with the phone and the PlayStation together. And it's pretty, not seamlessly, but pretty seamlessly just swap accounts and which one's active. But yeah, if the mobile version were to die at some point and like you could download like a version of this to your PlayStation at some point, if that were like a decision that they made, but the mobile version died and the star system went away from the mobile version because it's gone, then you can't access this content on PlayStation anymore, even if it was like some sort of locally downloaded version. Unless there was some sort of patch where they just allowed you to keep these star items and abilities and such in your account based upon like verification, because that's how these work anyways, that they're verified to your account. I literally just showed that at the start where I had to authorize this to be locked to this account. So it's just like these are like the weird nuances of interplay between your account, the versions, and the hardware that you're using. That's kind of annoying in a way. It's just like, how's this all gonna work out at Endgame, man? How's this gonna play out at Ragnarok? Is there anything here I could do? I don't think so. I want to do the Golden Wasteland before we run out of the book today. So I'm going to wrap up pretty soon, but I'm not going to be doing the Vault of Knowledge. I'm going to save that for next time, but I would like to do the book out here. I haven't really talked about like the thing. Like, I'm not going to talk about like my personal gigs that I've done the past couple months. I didn't talk about like the concerts I went to and such last time in the last video or anything like that. And is there no book here? So while we're traversing this, I may as well talk about that. So since last time in early April was the last time I really did any sort of video, I saw The Midnight with New Constellations at the end of the month. They were fantastic. I've been a fan of The Midnight for many years, almost a decade at this point. And it was fantastic to see Tyler live. Fantastic vocalist. The band was electric. An amazing concert. I had this small Spanish lady. She was probably in like her mid-40s to late 40s, totally dressed up in rave gear, and she just kept asking me so many questions, and she was probably on some stuff. I am probably 20 years too young for her. But it was still, you know, you'd be polite and such. I'm there kind of just to enjoy the band and all that and stuff. You can recall and reveal a designated... Okay, so this area has a book location. But it was just kind of amusing. You have this, like, literally, she was like 3.5 or maybe 4 feet tall, but she was very clearly, like, in her mid-40s to late 40s. She was there with her boyfriend, who looked like he was in his early 50s, and he had a bad back. He kept leaning on one of the metal gates that was kind of surrounding the tech booth, which was in the middle of the venue. I kind of stood in front of the tech booth. They had a really nice Midas console that I want to have. I want to have for one of my venues. And yeah, he was just kind of there enjoying it. She was going nuts, running up and around everybody at the concert, asking me tons of personal and like public questions, just like everything in between. I don't know if she was on something or she was just totally in the vibe, probably on something, given how many people I saw there who were on stuff. But yeah, I was just there to enjoy it. Had a fantastic time. New Constellations was a good opener. I looked them up beforehand, never heard of them before. They're a new, small band, and I recommend them as well. They're going on a tour, a U.S. tour, pretty much starting in like a week or so through... Well, no, I want to say it starts a week or so. It starts in like early October and it runs through like the middle of December or something. Really nice band. Midnight, I know that they have their second half of their US tour going on. I think it starts in like September or something, not sure. But it was fantastic. It's funny because you would expect for a synthwave band to have more of a light show than like a rock band, but I didn't really get to watch most of the Far Caspian concert I went to back in the fall because of how much strobes they used. I hate strobes. They give me bad headaches. I'm not exactly seizure prone, but I don't like them. And I didn't get to see much of the whole concert. And instead, I just kind of listened to it with my head down and enjoyed it that way. This one, funny enough, I got to watch most of it. There was only one part of the whole show where I just could not watch it, and that was during an improv, like, dubstep section. It was all very, very well done. I'm gonna get some light here. So, where is the book? You telling me it's even further ahead? We gotta book it then. Book puns. Book puns today here on Sky. It's all the way down there. Are you kidding me? It's all the way down here. Wow. Like, we can get it. These concept paintings showed how the realm was ravaged by pollution and war. Okay, so it wants me to look at them in the book instead. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so we got wireframes. There's a lot of tris and polys on those, like, on the spires on top of those posts. For some reason, I would think they would just be like a single flat texture. Not texture, but, you know, just like a single tri or something. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of... There is a lot of modeling on the polys for this area. A lot more than it looks like it is supposed to be. Oh my god. I kind of want to see the Dark Dragon again like that. Oh, one of them has a hat! Yeah, look at all the look at the wireframe of one of the Dark Dragons. That's a lot of spiny little things on them. Are they wearing hats? I think they're all wearing party hats. I've heard of the fabled party hat dragons. But finally, I get to see them. It makes no sense in lore, and I am very, very serious about the lore for this game. But this is fun. Look at them. I wish I could use the camera. I can't. You know, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea. I'm gonna be losing some wings out of this, aren't I? Yep. Yep. Hey, character, can you fall? Thank you. That's annoying. I did get one of them back at least, but that's kind of annoying. I wanted to take a look at the party hats, man. No fun. They may be fun, but they're not fun. Oh. Live and learn. Whatever. I'll probably find wherever they went off part. What do you mean? We need to leave. We need to leave now. I was having a bit of a panic attack, that one. I was like, it's one thing to be attacked once by one of those things because they're really annoying. You want it to happen twice? You want it to happen twice? Kramer, I don't think we can do this. I'm just gonna check the Isle of Dawn real quick because sometimes the game is very nice and gives you back some of them at this area first. I think it is also indicative of how much I've played this game that I do still have quite an amount of the Child of Light spots memorized. I don't know why, but I feel like they gave your character like a better shadow now. It just looks like fatter in like a more appropriate way for your character model. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Just I've been noticing like the shadow you cast just seems like more proportionally accurate to your player model. Okay, so I'm just gonna check the general spots around here for where they could have been. Not here. I forget, is there one? No, there's just a big candle down there. And I'm not seeing one up there, so... Pretty sure there's... Unless it's one that's like up on that land formation, which would be really annoying. I'm gonna check 2 more spots before we leave today, just to double check if there's any basic ones. If the game's gonna give me a break, I'm gonna check the starting area for Prairie Peaks. Not Prairie Peaks, just the prairies, you know. I'm getting kind of tired now. What time is it? It is 11. Is it almost 12? Oh, it's 11. Okay. Overall, I think today's been great with coming back to this game and recording something for the first time in a long time anyway. I think this has been very successful in that. I've had a fun time with this. This has been very interesting to me. And I hope it has been for you, with between the book and the weird 7th anniversary information stuff going on. I think that's really fun. Okay, I'm not seeing a whole lot of anything. There is a Child of Light that spawns in here. Nothing. Okay. So, last one I want to check is the beginning of the forest. That will... this is me knocking out, like, okay, if I go looking for these, I'm going to have to go look for them. Which I will not do on part. I'm going to do that. My voice is starting to give out. I'm going to do that on my own. I'm just going to see if the one in the tree over here is in the tree at the beginning. No. That's a shame. So the next one that would show up would be in the forest proper. Do I want to go in there? I may as well. I may as well. Okay, I see nothing here. I've been seeing this rain glitch occasionally here today. It's always like a little bit far away from your character. Okay. Check the trees. They're in the trees! I'm not seeing anything. I'm gonna check this down here real quick. Nothing. And I'm gonna check that one that's up in the corner over here. And then I'll have at least some sort of idea about like how far I'm gonna have to look for one of these. But yeah, so the Midnight Concert was great. I may as well keep talking about the concert stuff. I picked up the limited edition tour vinyl that they had there, which is like a marbled gold. And they won't be selling that. I don't believe they're going to be selling that after the fact. They kind of were trying to sell out of them through the tour. They didn't put it on the website after the first half of the tour ended. I think there's nothing in here. And I got a tour shirt. Yep, nothing. I got a tour shirt. And did I get anything? No, I just got those. I got the record and the tour shirt. And then I also saw the Lemon Twigs, Brian and Michael Diodario. And Danny... I'm forgetting his last name. Danny and the other guy that they bring on tour who's a little newer. He's been on tour with them since the previous album. I forget his name. But they were fantastic as well. I saw them at the Metro in Chicago. And their opener was the Josephine Network. They were all right. Not exactly my thing. A bit too rockabilly. It was more rockabilly than anything. It's kind of like a power pop rockabilly type thing. It was kind of, I wouldn't say trucker rock, but it kind of was, if you know what like trucker rock is, kind of that, but more poppy. It's like, it was fine. It's just not exactly my thing. But they, aside from taste, they were fantastic in their actual performance. They were very good. So I would recommend them if you're into that kind of rockabilly, trucker rock, not serious, just kind of having a good time, fun music like that. But Lemon Twigs are fantastic. Finally got to see them. It was also very interesting at the merch afterwards, because I went up and lined up for the merch and such. Brian comes in there, puts down a stack of the new record that came out, which I got a week early from when it actually released, which was freaking awesome. He puts down the stack down there, waves at me and says, "Love your style, man," and then left. And that was cool. I also got the last of one of the tour shirts, just like the new logo that they have. I got the last large shirt in that for the tour, which was nice. See, it's like I got to pick. That's like the show itself was fantastic. Everything that I had wanted, I had hoped it would be. Fantastic performance by everybody. After the fact, I got the new record a week early, which was awesome. I did not expect that to shoot me up, but all right. Brian acknowledged me. It's like if Paul McCartney saw you on the street and was like, "Yeah, I like the cut of your jib, man." just like mild passing praise from another artist that you're just like, "Oh, you're awesome, dude." It's like Beatlemania. And got one of the last tour shirts for this specific tour. Well, I did get the last shirt of a size for this tour, which was neat. Just really nice, really nice overall experiences. That's what I'm doing for other people, is I'm giving them those experiences. But it's nice to go to a concert and actually just like have those experiences to nourish your own soul. I think that's kind of it today. My voice is getting a bit strained and dry and tired, and I don't have more I kind of care to do today at the moment. We'll do some more with the book next time, and we will be doing the Van Gogh season. I didn't realize that it hadn't started yet, so when that begins in like another week or two, I will definitely be jumping on that and seeing and enjoying whatever it is. I'm big with Van Gogh. Like, I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy it a lot. Wow, I'm getting tired of shit. I've researched the guy. I have books about him. He's not one of my biggest influences as an artist, but he is an influence alongside like Mandarin, Hiroshige, Hokusai, Monet, just a lot of artists that I have learned from over the years that they're all dead, but you know, just like of the dead guys that I've learned of who are not entirely in my actual art field, I take a lot of influence from them into my own art, especially in a painterly way. But yeah, I'm just straight up looking over at my art books on my shelf and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just like, I want to look at my art books now, but I would have a fantastic fun time if it were legal, but also just if I were able to, like, you know, just kind of show off like my art books and just kind of like read through them, talk about them a bit and such, because I have quite a library of some expensive and weird stuff. Now I have the Art of Sky to add to it too, so that's neat. Anyway, next time we'll be doing more with the book. I will probably talk about the book because I will have looked at the book more thoroughly. And yeah, I'm kind of tired at this point. I don't know what else to say. Probably will continue, given that we've taken a look around at this celebration thing, we'll probably dip back into it again. I just noticed that there's like nobody here aside from whoever that person is, which is kind of weird for all of today where there's just been tons of characters here. We will probably continue the actual storyline. I still want to finish this, but we'll probably be doing that next time. If nothing else weird comes up as like an event thing or whatever with this game, we will be doing that. So that'll be after the next part, which is going to be Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And we'll see how good this Assassin's Creed remake actually is. I'm expecting it to be very good. It looks very good. I'm assuming it's running in some sort of weird mixed engine of Mirage and whatever Black Flag's fundamentals were. I don't know if they're pulling the like ocean combat and sailing out of Skull and Bones, or if they're like reintegrating the original sailing and system and all that and just cleaning it up a bit or something. I don't know. I don't know how deep this remake goes, but I hope it is very good. And I will see you, hopefully, next time with it. And we will also at some point once I get ingratiated to Black Flag, we're already starting this again. Once I get into Black Flag, we will be probably doing some VR stuff here or there, as I talked about in the last video. Go watch that if you want more details on it. But we will be getting back into some VR stuff like Wind and Leaves. I might replay Deracine. We are definitely doing the Concrete Genie VR mode after just replaying Concrete Genie last year. It's weird saying last year already because it still feels like it was recent, but it technically was recent, but it was before the holidays. Time, man. You never have enough time. It's weird. That's what being an adult is like. So, oh, and later this year, maybe early next year, they still don't have a release date for it. I do plan on getting the Shenmue 3 remaster, the enhanced edition. I do plan on getting that. So when that still doesn't have a release date, you can pre-order it, but whenever that comes out, we're going to be playing Shenmue 3 again. I don't know if it'll be all the way through again, but I'm definitely going to check it out, because Shenmue 3, I'm a weirdo who loves Shenmue 3. I love Shenmue and Shenmue 3. I don't really care too much for Shenmue 2. I just didn't like the setting, and the story was kind of fine. I weirdly liked Shenmue 3's story a bit better because it was kind of like a retreading of Shenmue 1 in a weird way, but different. I don't know. I'm weird, man. I'm weird. Anyway, thank you for watching and for all my tired rambling now that I've been at this for hours after not doing this for many months. And I hope to see you as I point at the wall because you're not there next time. See you later. Have a good night.